The timing could not have been more intriguing. Just as speculation surrounding a possible summer connection between global reality mogul Kim Kardashian and Formula One champion Lewis Hamilton began simmering across social media, Kardashian quietly posted a series of sun-drenched photographs from the iconic American landscape of Lake Powell. On the surface, it was a serene getaway: clear blue water, towering red rock cliffs, sleek boats cutting through canyon corridors. But to millions watching closely, it felt like more than just a vacation album. It felt like a statement. Or perhaps a distraction. Or maybe something in between. Tonight, we break down what's real, what's speculation, and why a set of vacation photos has ignited such intense conversation across entertainment circles, sports media, and pop culture commentary in the United States. The images themselves are stunning. Kardashian, dressed in minimalist swimwear and oversized sunglasses, posed against the vast southwestern backdrop with a confidence that has defined her brand for more than a decade. The lighting was perfect, the angles deliberate, the aesthetic unmistakably curated. This was not a casual camera roll dump. It was visual storytelling. And in today's attention economy, every frame carries weight. To understand why these photos matter, you have to step back and examine the cultural gravity surrounding both individuals involved in this conversation. Kim Kardashian is no longer simply a reality television personality. Over the years, she has evolved into a business titan, legal reform advocate, and fashion influencer whose every public move is dissected. From the launch of billion-dollar ventures to high-profile relationships, she operates in a realm where personal life and public brand are inseparable. Lewis Hamilton, meanwhile, is one of the most decorated athletes in motorsport history. A 7-time Formula One world champion, Hamilton's influence stretches far beyond the racetrack. He is a fashion figure, an activist, and a global ambassador for diversity in motorsports. In recent years, his appearances off the track have drawn nearly as much attention as his performance on it. So when whispers began circulating that the two had been spending time in overlapping vacation circles this summer, entertainment reporters took notice. There have been no confirmed romantic declarations, no official statements, no red carpet debuts. But in an era where celebrity sightings spread faster than official press releases, the idea alone was enough to spark headlines. Reports suggest that both Kardashian and Hamilton have been vacationing in similar Mediterranean regions in recent weeks. While neither posted images together, observant fans noticed similarities in backgrounds, timing, and travel windows. It's the kind of digital detective work that has become standard in celebrity culture. And then, almost on cue, Kardashian's Lake Powell photos appeared. Was it coincidence? A pivot? A simple domestic getaway meant to reset after international travel? According to sources close to Kardashian cited by entertainment outlets, she frequently spends time in private, scenic American locations with family and friends during summer months. Lake Powell, straddling the Utah-Arizona border, is a popular retreat for celebrities seeking both isolation and cinematic beauty. Breaking down the timeline reveals a carefully paced digital narrative. The European vacation chatter intensified early in the week, trending briefly on X and Instagram. By midweek, Kardashian's Lake Powell posts surfaced, redirecting visual focus back to American soil. The comment sections immediately filled with questions, not about the scenery, but about Hamilton. Neither Kardashian nor Hamilton has addressed the rumors publicly, and in high-profile circles, silence often speaks volumes. It can signal privacy. It can signal irrelevance. Or it can simply mean that there is nothing to confirm. From a journalistic standpoint, it is critical to separate verified facts from fan-driven speculation. There is currently no confirmed romantic relationship between Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton. No joint appearances. No official acknowledgments. What exists is timing, shared luxury destinations, and the modern phenomenon of online pattern recognition. Still, the reaction has been significant. Entertainment networks ran segments analyzing the photos. Lifestyle blogs dissected the outfits. Sports commentators briefly mentioned the buzz during Formula One coverage. The cultural crossover alone is noteworthy. A reality icon and a racing legend inhabiting the same headline reflects the increasingly blurred lines between industries. Experts in celebrity branding point out that Kardashian's Lake Powell imagery reinforces a narrative of grounded American escapism. Wide-open landscapes, domestic travel, natural beauty. It contrasts sharply with European yacht culture and aligns with a more accessible fantasy for American audiences. In a year marked by economic uncertainty for many households, images of American national landmarks may resonate differently than Mediterranean exclusivity. From a financial angle, every viral moment has downstream impact. Kardashian's businesses, spanning fashion, skincare, and media, thrive on engagement. Increased conversation drives algorithmic visibility. Meanwhile, Hamilton's brand partnerships extend into fashion and sustainability sectors that also benefit from heightened public attention. Even unconfirmed rumors can amplify market reach. Politically, there is little direct implication, though both figures have been vocal in advocacy spaces. Kardashian's criminal justice reform efforts and Hamilton's activism in diversity initiatives add layers of public scrutiny to their personal lives. High-profile individuals who step into policy conversations often face intensified interest across all aspects of life. The social media explosion following the Lake Powell posts was immediate. American audiences split into camps. Some praised Kardashian for enjoying a peaceful family-focused trip, calling the speculation invasive. Others leaned into the mystery, suggesting that strategic posting is part of a larger public relations dance. Memes surfaced comparing canyon backdrops to Mediterranean coastlines. Influencers created side-by-side image analyses. Reaction videos flooded YouTube. Trending hashtags combined both names for nearly 48 hours, according to social tracking tools. The conversation expanded beyond romance into broader commentary about celebrity privacy in 2020's excess hyperconnected environment. When does curiosity become intrusion? And who controls the narrative, the star or the audience? Looking ahead, the future implications remain open-ended. If there is no relationship, the buzz will fade as quickly as it ignited. Both figures will continue dominating their respective industries. If there is something more, the eventual confirmation, if it comes, would represent one of the most high-profile cross-industry pairings in recent memory. Career impact? Likely minimal. Both have weathered intense media cycles before. Cultural impact? Potentially significant. Celebrity relationships often shape fashion trends, travel interests, and even philanthropic alignments. But beyond headlines and hashtags lies a more human angle. Kim Kardashian is a mother of four navigating life under relentless public observation. Every vacation, every outfit, every friendship becomes global discourse. Lewis Hamilton lives under similar scrutiny, balancing athletic excellence with global celebrity. The Lake Powell photos remind viewers that even the most famous figures seek moments of stillness, sunlight on water, desert air, distance from racetracks and red carpets. For everyday Americans, the story resonates because it blends glamour with familiarity. Lake Powell is not an unreachable private island. It is an American landmark where families camp, boat, and build summer memories. Seeing a global icon there collapses the distance between celebrity and citizen, even if only visually. And perhaps that is why the images struck such a chord. They represent both escape and relatability, mystery and normalcy, speculation and simplicity. As this story continues to unfold or quietly dissolve, we will monitor verified updates from credible sources. In an era where rumors travel faster than confirmation, responsible reporting matters more than ever. As this story continues to ripple through entertainment and sports media, the next chapter isn't about a single Instagram carousel. It's about pattern, proximity, and perception. And in modern celebrity culture, perception can be just as powerful as confirmation. When Kim Kardashian posted those Lake Powell images, the immediate interpretation from some corners of the internet was that it was a pivot, a deliberate repositioning back to American soil just as speculation around Lewis Hamilton began trending. But seasoned observers of Kardashian's public life know that summer lake trips are not new territory for her. Over the years, she has frequently shared domestic getaway photos featuring desert landscapes, private boats, and carefully framed family moments. The difference this time wasn't the scenery. It was the timing. To fully understand why timing matters, we need to rewind slightly to the digital breadcrumbs that sparked this entire conversation. Reports circulating across entertainment outlets noted that both Kardashian and Hamilton were vacationing in Europe within overlapping timeframes. There were no confirmed sightings of the two together. No official photos. No joint posts. But fans began noticing similarities in yacht interiors, coastal backdrops, and even dinner lighting aesthetics. In 2026, that's enough to fuel an online wildfire. Entire TikTok accounts now specialize in cross-referencing celebrity Instagram posts for shared architectural details, comparing horizon lines, matching balcony railings, and tracking jet movements using publicly available flight data. It may sound extreme, but it reflects the reality of how fame operates today. Public figures curate their feeds carefully, yet audiences have become just as strategic in analyzing them. According to coverage from major American entertainment outlets, including People and E! News, neither Kardashian nor Hamilton has addressed the speculation directly. Sources close to Kardashian have consistently emphasized that she values privacy when it comes to personal relationships, particularly in the early stages. Hamilton, similarly, has historically kept romantic relationships guarded, rarely offering commentary beyond public appearances. That silence has left a vacuum, and vacuums invite interpretation. Industry insiders point out that Kardashian is uniquely skilled at controlling narrative flow without ever making explicit statements. Over nearly 2 decades in the public eye, she has mastered the art of selective disclosure. The Lake Powell images could simply represent a routine family retreat. They could also function as subtle message setting: grounded, American, independent. Hamilton's brand operates differently. As a 7-time world champion in Formula One, his public persona leans toward athletic discipline, global travel, high fashion, and activism. The idea of these two brands intersecting fascinates audiences because it represents a convergence of two massive influence ecosystems: American reality empire meets European motorsport royalty. From a media economics perspective, the buzz benefits both. Even without confirmation, their names appearing in the same headlines amplifies cross-demographic reach. Kardashian's primarily American entertainment audience overlaps with Hamilton's global sports fanbase, creating a broader engagement footprint. Social analytics firms note that crossover celebrity speculation often results in temporary spikes in follower growth and search interest for both parties involved. But there's another layer here that's worth examining: cultural symbolism. Lake Powell itself carries weight. Located along the Utah-Arizona border, the reservoir carved into red sandstone canyons is often portrayed as quintessential American West. It's a setting tied to road trips, houseboats, national parks, and generational family vacations. When Kardashian appears there, she taps into imagery of domestic Americana rather than elite European luxury. That contrast becomes visually striking when placed against speculation about Mediterranean yacht culture. The juxtaposition feels almost cinematic: desert stillness versus coastal glamour. It allows viewers to project narratives onto each setting. Is she choosing simplicity over spectacle? Is she reminding audiences of her roots? Or is this simply where she happened to be when the rumor cycle peaked? Media historians note that celebrity vacation photos have long served as subtle narrative tools. From the Kennedys sailing in Hyannisport to Hollywood stars photographed in Aspen, location often communicates more than caption ever could. Kardashian understands this dynamic. Her brand has always intertwined luxury with relatability, couture gowns paired with behind-the-scenes family clips. Meanwhile, Hamilton's public life remains anchored to the Formula One calendar. His schedule revolves around international Grand Prix weekends, from Monaco to Silverstone to Austin. When he's off track, fashion weeks and philanthropic initiatives often fill the gap. Any potential relationship would require navigating two extremely demanding global schedules. That logistical complexity alone adds to public curiosity. Legal experts observing the situation point out that neither party has any obligation to clarify rumors. In fact, premature confirmations can complicate privacy boundaries. Under U.S. media law, public figures maintain reduced expectation of privacy in public spaces, but they retain full autonomy over personal disclosures. Silence, therefore, can be a protective strategy rather than an evasive one. Financial analysts also observe that Kardashian's business empire, spanning schemes, skincare lines, and media production, is currently in expansion mode. Major retail partnerships and brand launches are underway. Hamilton, for his part, continues to shape his post-championship legacy, including fashion collaborations and diversity advocacy initiatives. Any confirmed relationship would inevitably draw brand alignment questions, partnership speculation, and cross-promotional opportunities. But perhaps the most fascinating dimension is the psychological one. Why are Americans so captivated by this possibility? Part of it lies in archetypes. Kardashian represents reality television transformed into corporate empire. Hamilton embodies athletic excellence crossing into cultural icon status. Together, they symbolize ambition, reinvention, and global mobility. The pairing feels cinematic because it blends two worlds that rarely intersect at this scale. Social media response reflects that split. Some users celebrate the idea, calling it a power move. Others dismiss it as unfounded gossip. Comment sections reveal deeper conversations about celebrity dating patterns, cultural crossover, and even the evolving role of high-profile women controlling their narratives. Influencers have produced analysis videos dissecting body language from past public encounters at fashion events. Though no romantic behavior was documented, even neutral interactions now receive retroactive scrutiny. That's the nature of hindsight bias in celebrity culture. At the same time, fans of Lake Powell expressed a different kind of reaction: pride. Local Utah tourism accounts reshared Kardashian's images, emphasizing the reservoir's beauty and accessibility. Travel blogs noted increased search interest for houseboat rentals in the region following her post. It's a reminder that celebrity visibility can have tangible economic ripple effects for American destinations. Looking ahead, the next few weeks will likely determine whether the story evolves or fades. If additional sightings emerge, confirmed by reputable outlets, speculation could intensify. If not, the Lake Powell images may simply remain a snapshot of summer 2026, beautiful, intriguing, and momentarily mysterious. What's clear is this: in today's digital ecosystem, no image exists in isolation. Every backdrop, every timestamp, every caption becomes part of a larger narrative puzzle assembled by millions of observers. And so the question remains, was this just a vacation album? Or a carefully timed visual counterpoint to a rumor cycle spinning faster than facts? As we continue this investigation, we'll examine past instances where Kardashian's vacation posts coincided with media shifts, explore Hamilton's historical approach to public relationships, and analyze how celebrity rumor economies function in 2020 excess hyperconnected America. If there is a defining characteristic of modern celebrity culture in America, it is this: silence does not stop a story. It feeds it. And that is precisely where this narrative now stands. In the absence of confirmation, the conversation surrounding Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton has shifted from "are they?" to "why aren't they saying anything?" That subtle pivot matters, because it transforms a simple rumor into a broader discussion about image control, media literacy, and the evolving power dynamic between celebrities and audiences. To understand the mechanics of this moment, we have to examine how both individuals historically handle public relationships. Kim Kardashian's romantic life has unfolded in full public view for more than a decade. From her highly publicized marriage to Kanye West, now legally known as Ye, to her later relationship with Pete Davidson, her dating history has consistently generated national headlines. But there is a pattern. Initial sightings or rumors are rarely confirmed immediately. Instead, time reveals the truth, often through subtle appearances, coordinated outings, or eventual acknowledgement in interviews. Hamilton's approach has been markedly different. While he has previously dated high-profile figures such as Nicole Scherzinger, he has in recent years emphasized privacy. Interviews over the past several seasons of Formula One have shown him redirecting personal questions toward career focus and activism. He speaks frequently about discipline, longevity, and maintaining mental clarity in a sport that demands extreme precision. Those contrasting approaches create a fascinating tension. If something were developing between them, how would it be handled? Would Kardashian's media-savvy ecosystem slowly integrate it into public narrative? Or would Hamilton's preference for discretion prevail? This is where the Lake Powell imagery becomes symbolically powerful again. The photographs were not chaotic paparazzi shots. They were controlled, high-resolution images posted directly to Kardashian's own platform. That matters because in today's media hierarchy, a celebrity's personal Instagram feed often carries more weight than a tabloid cover. It is self-published narrative. It bypasses editors, framing devices, and sensational headlines. It speaks directly to followers. The choice of Lake Powell as backdrop reinforces autonomy. It is geographically distant from European circuits and fashion capitals. It signals grounded domestic retreat. Some cultural analysts interpret it as brand recalibration, a reminder that Kardashian's identity is rooted in American landscapes, family, and entrepreneurial ambition. At the same time, sports media outlets have remained cautious. Coverage of Hamilton's off-track life tends to focus on activism, fashion partnerships, and team performance dynamics, rather than romance speculation. Formula One journalism, particularly in American markets where the sport continues expanding, often prioritizes competitive analysis. That restraint contrasts sharply with entertainment media's appetite for relational intrigue. And yet, crossover coverage is growing. Since the surge of interest in Formula One following the success of Netflix's Drive to Survive, American audiences have become more invested in drivers' personal lives. Hamilton, already a global icon, occupies a unique position within that shift. His potential connection to a figure as recognizable as Kardashian would represent a significant cultural bridge between motorsport and mainstream American pop culture. Financial analysts who monitor brand valuation trends note that crossover relationships often trigger short-term spikes in digital engagement metrics. When two highly followed figures are linked, even speculatively, algorithmic amplification increases impressions. That can translate into greater visibility for business ventures. Kardashian's schemes campaigns thrive on attention cycles. Hamilton's fashion collaborations similarly benefit from heightened global awareness. However, experts also caution that speculation without substance can create volatility. If rumors escalate too far without confirmation, audiences may eventually disengage. Celebrity rumor fatigue is real. In an era of constant content, public attention shifts rapidly. There is also a reputational calculus involved. Kardashian's ongoing legal advocacy work, including high-profile criminal justice reform initiatives, positions her in serious policy conversations. Hamilton's activism around diversity in racing and environmental sustainability similarly places him in substantive public discourse. Both individuals have spent years expanding their identities beyond glamour headlines. For that reason, their teams may be particularly careful about how personal narratives unfold. Meanwhile, social media continues its relentless churn. On TikTok, fan theories analyze previous red carpet events where both attended the same functions, including fashion galas and award shows. Clips are slowed down, zoomed in, narrated dramatically. On X, formerly Twitter, trending discussions alternate between celebratory speculation and sharp skepticism. Instagram comment sections range from supportive to dismissive. One particularly interesting trend is the generational divide in reaction. Younger audiences, accustomed to influencer culture where relationships are often monetized openly, appear more eager for confirmation. Older demographics, especially longtime Kardashian followers who witnessed past public relationship arcs, express caution, noting that early speculation often precedes misinterpretation. Culturally, the conversation also intersects with broader themes about interracial dating in high-profile spaces, global celebrity mobility, and the merging of American entertainment power with European sports prestige. Though neither Kardashian nor Hamilton has addressed these themes directly in this context, public discourse inevitably projects societal conversations onto celebrity pairings. From a media ethics standpoint, responsible reporting remains crucial. There are no confirmed statements indicating a romantic relationship. Everything currently circulating exists within the realm of possibility, not proof. That distinction matters in preserving credibility. And then there is the human dimension, often overlooked amid digital frenzy. Kardashian is raising 4 children under intense public observation. Hamilton navigates the physical and psychological demands of elite motorsport, where split-second decisions determine outcomes at over 200 miles per hour. Behind brand images and speculation are real schedules, real pressures, real people. Lake Powell's calm waters and towering sandstone walls represent something profoundly different from paparazzi flashbulbs or race day adrenaline. They symbolize pause, reflection, distance. Perhaps that is the most overlooked detail in this entire saga. Sometimes a lake is just a lake. But in 2020's hyper-connected celebrity ecosystem, even tranquility becomes headline material. So where does the story go next? Historically, 2 paths tend to emerge in situations like this. Either additional verified sightings surface, gradually building toward acknowledgement, or silence persists until the rumor dissipates entirely. There is also a third possibility, that both parties continue their separate public trajectories, allowing speculation to exist without validation or denial. The American audience, however, remains engaged. Search trends indicate continued interest in both names together. Entertainment networks keep segments brief but recurring. Sports commentators occasionally reference the buzz with light humor during broadcast downtime. And through it all, those Lake Powell photos continue to circulate, serene, sunlit, wordless. They may ultimately represent nothing more than summer escape, or they may mark the quiet beginning of a narrative still unfolding. As responsible observers and journalists, our role is not to inflate unverified rumor, but to contextualize it, to analyze timing, impact, and cultural resonance without crossing into fabrication. Because in today's media landscape, credibility is currency. In American celebrity culture, geography is never just geography. A beach is never just a beach. A mountain town is never simply a mountain town. And in this unfolding narrative involving Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton, location may be one of the most telling elements of all. For decades, public figures have used destination as narrative. When celebrities choose Aspen in winter, it signals exclusivity and old money prestige. When they appear in Miami, it suggests nightlife, visibility, heat. When they vacation along the Amalfi Coast, the imagery evokes European elegance and global mobility. These are not random backdrops. They are cultural shorthand. So when Kardashian posted her series of tranquil images from Lake Powell, it wasn't just another scenic upload. It carried a very specific tone. Expansive American landscape, sandstone cliffs rising from blue water, wide-open skies unfiltered by paparazzi crowds. It is a setting deeply associated with domestic escape rather than international spectacle. And that contrast matters. Because the buzz linking her to Hamilton began in an entirely different visual universe. Mediterranean coastlines, luxury yachts, European summer circuits. Though there were no confirmed images of the two together, online observers pieced together overlapping timelines in Europe, suggesting proximity. That aesthetic, polished harbors, high fashion, private decks, represents global elite circulation. Lake Powell, by contrast, represents something else entirely: rugged stillness. A place where houseboats drift between canyon walls and cell phone service fades. A location where American families return year after year, towing jet skis and coolers, building rituals rather than headlines. Cultural analysts often describe Kardashian's brand as a fusion of aspiration and accessibility. She lives at the highest tiers of wealth and influence, yet frequently recenters her image around motherhood, family gatherings, and American-rooted tradition. Posting from Lake Powell reinforces that duality. It grounds the narrative in something visually familiar to her core American audience. At the same time, Hamilton's life operates on a global circuit. As one of the most recognizable drivers in Formula One history, his calendar moves from Monaco to Monza to Austin. He is photographed stepping out at fashion weeks in Paris and Milan. His aesthetic, sleek, tailored, metropolitan, reflects cosmopolitan identity. The merging of these two symbolic worlds is precisely why the rumor has traction. This isn't merely about romance speculation. It's about archetypes colliding. On social platforms, you can see how this symbolism plays out. Some fans describe the potential pairing as power meets power. Others frame it as American pop culture intersecting with European sporting aristocracy. The narrative possibilities multiply because both individuals embody influence far beyond their industries. Media historians note that cross-industry celebrity relationships often amplify cultural fascination because they feel less predictable. Hollywood actors dating other actors is